Dermatology is a branch of medicine dealing with the skin. It is a speciality with both medical and surgical aspects. A dermatologist is a specialist doctor that manages diseases in the widest sense, and some cosmetic problems of the skin too. Now that humans are living longer, healthier, and more fruitful lives, the beauty industry is growing in leaps and bounds, with careers in dermatology leading the pack. Today on 48 Hours, we look at the career of a dermatologist. 48 Hours, own your future. Nqobile is from Springs and is passionate about skincare. She loves reading, listening to music, and playing netball. She has a passion for helping people and making them smile. She's drawn to the career of dermatology because she loves teaching people about skincare.
I am Nqobile. I am 18 years old and I live in Guatemala. I am passionate about becoming a dermatologist. I started having this passion when I was in grade 7 and I was inspired by Dr. Claudia when she was my mentor. I love reading and writing. So writing gives me that peace and I am able to clear out what's in my heart and my mind. My favorite subjects at school were English and life sciences. I liked life sciences because it has to do with the human body and what happens. So I'm interested in helping people and make them feel comfortable in their own skin. Excluding dermatology, I am interested in pediatrics and social work because I like working with people and helping them to make them feel more comfortable and happy. Well, what I love about dermatology is the challenges and the skin. Like when I watch Dr. Pimple Popper, I see her dealing with different conditions every day, and that helps me to discover and learn more about dermatology. I hope to meet my mentor and then she can help me and make me discover more about dermatology and what steps I should take to become one. Right now we are on our way to my mentor, Dr. Claudia in Pretoria, who's a dermatologist. I'm so excited to meet her. Come and enjoy this journey with me, guys.
Meet Claudia, a dermatologist whose speciality extends from treating teenage acne to skin cancer. After 14 years of studying medicine, Claudia decided to specialize in dermatology because she believes that health and beauty is indeed skin deep.
Thank you for having me in today. So I have a question for you. How did you get into dermatology? Like what interested you in dermatology?
You're most welcome, Nqobile.
Thank you.
I've always wanted to become a dermatologist, but I did not actually know how exactly what is it until I consulted the first black dermatologist in the country, Dr. Ndeda, and the way he was examining my skin, I was like, what is this? Then I decided this is it. I love dermatology, but knowing what are the steps of you having to become a dermatologist, I knew that you have to become a medical doctor first. I went into medical school. That was in 2001. And I studied as a student at Medunsa, now called Sefako Makatu, until I completed.
So why are you passionate about this career?
This is a very noble, humbling career, dermatology, because what you do is that you treat the skin, and when that patient comes for follow-up, their skin they are totally transformed. That is beautiful. And there's a lot of skin conditions which are psychologically affected.
Okay.
So as a result, the school children, like the acne patient, most of the young kids, they become depressed, and then until they see a dermatologist and we treat their skin, and then their life is totally transformed. They become happy people.
So what qualifications should I possess to become a dermatologist?
To become a dermatologist, you need to study medicine for 6 years.
Yes.
And then currently you have to do 2 years of internship and 2 years of a community service. And then you have to do 4 years studying the skin and hair and nails only, not doing anything else.
Yes.
So it's in total 14 years.
What does the training involve at university level?
You study the skin, the hair, and the nails at molecular level.
Okay.
And all the skin diseases that affect All of them that affect the skin, the hair, and the nails.
Okay.
And then the treatments, like the drugs that we use in dermatology, you have to know them back and forth.
What are the day-to-day requirements of your job?
I start my job at 9 o'clock, and then I have patients booked already, whether the day before or some time ago. So the receptionists take out their files, and then when I get in, I just have my tea, and then I just say my little prayer. And then if the patient has arrived already, then I get the file, and then I see the patient. And then it's always like different patients. It's different kind of skin conditions. It's not really like one.
Thank you, Doctor, for answering my questions. Can you please show me your work experience?
You're most welcome, and absolutely, I'll show you what I do almost on day-to-day basis.
Coming up after the break, Claudia gives Nqobile the opportunity to do a very specialized treatment under her watchful eye. Welcome back. Before the break, we met Nqobile, who wants to be a dermatologist. We introduced her to Claudia, a qualified dermatologist who agreed to mentor Nqobile for the day. Now Nqobile gets the opportunity to see what it's really like to work as a dermatologist.
Today we're going to do a dermoscope, a dermoscopic examination on our patient.
Yes.
And the difference between the dermoscope and the magnifying glass just magnifies without really taking the structures, what is deep inside the architecture of the lesion. But they are basically the same. It's just to magnify what you wouldn't see with your naked eye. So the first thing that you do with a dermoscopy, you make sure that it's clean. Is it clean? If it's not clean, you take your cleaning swab, and then you clean it. Make sure that there's nothing that is going to disturb you on the way. And then in here, we're just gonna examine it. Good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you?
I'm good, thanks. And you?
I'm having Nqobile here with me. I'm going to please ask you to allow her that we examine your skin.
Sure.
Okay, you can turn your face this way and you see. What are you seeing here?
Her skin is oily.
It's very oily.
Then I see a black head.
Yes, that's a black head. Lovely.
Okay.
And then
And
here,
then the scars.
the scars.
The acne scars.
The acne scars.
Yes.
She's got mixture of scars, which we call ice pick scarring. And then the box scars. The box scars are the bigger ones.
Okay.
And then she also has hair. You see,
Yes,
we
I
all
can.
have hair
Yeah.
everywhere, but hers is more pronounced. You
Okay.
see. And then that's that. And then we're going. And then you see here, we just see her here. So we're going to ask her some questions when we are done here. And then you see, and what is this?
The black heads.
Beautiful one. You see, not for her, but this is really not beautiful for her as a patient. But there is.
And the oiliness too.
And the oiliness too. So her skin texture, it's beautiful. She doesn't have pigmentation. She only has oiliness. The skin is very oily, and she's got some acne. And that's about it. But in general, when we examine the skin, we always examine the skin wherever the patient has got the problem, but we go further, examine the hair, because whatever you have on the skin might also be occurring there. So the main thing is that there should be a lot of lighting. In the dermatology room, we want a lot of lighting. And then we always have our gadgets. Yes. We have the other ones that also stores information of the patient, the dermoscopy that will store the information of the patient, and then we just record what we see. And that's about it. Now that I've shown you what I do every day, then I'm going to show you another procedure that we always do. that I always do on a daily basis.
I found that experience to be really fun and exciting because it gave me even more passion to want to be involved in dermatology.
Now that I have shown you what I do on my daily basis, I now have a task that I'm going to show you, which is a skin peel. I have done the dermoscopic examination of Moses' skin, and I've picked up certain problems that he's got, which is the oily skin and acne. So the skin peel that we're going to do will address exactly that. And then after I've done with this task, I'm going to have another patient that is going to lie down and we perform exactly what I've done. A skin peel, we can do it for different skin conditions like acne and pigmentation. So the reason why I chose the type of skin procedure is that the patient that we assessed needed exactly that. So, and it's easy to perform, and it formed the basis of most of our work as dermatologists. So now we're going to use the skin peel to do the skin peel on him. So what we're going to do, we're going to decant into this, and then we're going to use our brush just to apply it. So what you usually want to do is just to protect the corner of the eyes. The corner of the eyes, because the skin is going to be dry. So I use strictly like 2 mils for the whole face. You're not going to feel anything. I'm going to start applying. All what you're going to feel is the smell. So when we go closer to the mouth, to the nose, we'll just ask him to breathe in. Breathe in. Then I quickly do this part. And then we allow him to sit like this for about 5-10 minutes. He can actually even sit up so that it gets in onto the skin, dries up a little bit. Then we apply the moisturizer, and that's it.
Now that Claudia has shown Nqobile how to do a skin peel, let's hope she was observant enough to do it herself.
Can I take off your glasses? Okay, thank you. I dropped a glove, but then she corrected me on how not to use gloves that have been dropped and how to dispose them.
She dropped that glove. It was a very good thing, because those are the little things that you don't necessarily mention, and then they have to happen so that at least it's a teaching opportunity, that at least now she knows that when it drops, and she just have to drop it in the dustbin, because she's going to get the debris from the floor and put it on this patient's skin.
Please tell me when you are not feeling comfortable.
And the ears.
It is important to talk to your patients, as Dr. Claudia said, so that they don't feel uncomfortable and you take off that discomfort from them. Please tell me if you're not feeling comfortable.
Yes, please decrease the pressure.
Okay, sorry. The challenges were the pressure that I put on the patient. So I overcome the challenges by working and knowing how to do with them. I had to dispose the glove and I had to wrap them very well. The pressure, I had to decrease it because she taught me very well on how to do that. Now we're applying the skin peel. You're not going to feel anything but the smell.
She did exceptionally well. For somebody that has never done this thing, she did very well. And I would rate her 9/10. Oh, Nqobile, you did very, very well. Well done. I'm very happy. Okay, you can just undress the patient and thank the patient for being
Thank you so
kind
much.
for letting you to touch her.
Thank you for letting me touch your skin.
My pleasure.
Yes, and thank you for trusting me. And we are done.
Nqobile, the world is very beautiful out there. It just needs people with the kind of attitude that you have. You have a very beautiful attitude towards life. For the fact that you knew that you wanted to be a dermatologist, nothing stopped you from coming and asking such questions. And you asked very brilliant questions, and I wish you everything of the best, and I'm looking forward to working with you.
It's the end of my first day on 48 hours, and I feel so excited for the second day because I'm going to meet up with an entrepreneur and teach me more on how to start a business that I want to do.
Coming up after the break, Nqobile gets to meet entrepreneur Badiri, who runs his own practice as a dermatologist. He's going to tell Nqobile everything she wants to know about running her own business in this industry. Welcome back. Before the break, we met Nqobile, who wants to be a dermatologist. 48 Hours gave her the opportunity to experience life as a dermatologist through her mentor, Claudia. Now we introduce her to entrepreneur Badiri, who runs his own dermatology business, so that Nqobile can take her pick from the options available to her. First, let's catch up with her about her first day on the job.
I had an amazing first day on 48 hours, and just when I thought it couldn't get any better, 48 hours hooked me up with a real go-getter. Today I'm meeting up with Mr. Badiri, who's an entrepreneur within the dermatological field. I'm hoping to learn how to create my own skin products and start my own practice. Come along, guys.
48 Hours went behind the scenes to give our candidate the lowdown on who she's about to meet. Let's hope this gives her a leg up with her pitch.
The interest in being an entrepreneur started when I was still working for various banks in South Africa. I then did my qualifications in banking, so I'm a certified banker. Now, when you work in a bank, you see a number of things. For instance, people coming in and opening business accounts. They start asking for advice on how to run their own businesses. So you develop an interest in various businesses. You actually see how best you can run those businesses whilst you're sitting in the bank. And that's when the whole interest started.
Nqobile was so excited for the opportunity to meet Badiri, she had pen and paper in hand to take notes.
Thank you, Mr. Mulabi, for having me in today. The question I have for you is, what were the challenges that you faced when you started your own company?
One of the biggest challenges in starting your own company is the area where you want to run your business. Okay, that's number one. Number two, what is it that you want to offer out there in the market? Because your offering into the market has to be different from what is already there. Including one or two aspects of technology in running a dermatology business. The patients who come to you know that there are certain things that you do differently in the dermatology practice. Therefore, I will choose this practice better than the others.
Did you have any fears or reservations when you started this company?
If you don't have a fear when you start anything new, then there's something wrong. Okay. Now, as an example, one of the fears that you will have is, will I have patients come into my practice? You have to start your network in the area that you practice. As a dermatologist, it means you are a specialist in skin ailments. Now, around the area, we have a number of doctors, but they are not necessarily dermatologists. So one of the things that you do in order to overcome the fear of failure is to approach those doctors and say, I am starting my own dermatology practice. If you have any patients that needs to be referred to a dermatologist, I am around.
Now that Nqobile knows more about the business side to dermatology, let's hope this helps her with her pitch.
So, Mr. Mulavi, I always had this dream of creating my own skin products, specifically for the youth. So as teenagers, we find it hard to choose between different skin products because they perform differently and produce results differently. Having that difficulty to choose between those different products, it actually ends up costing them close to 5,520 rands per month, or per year actually, sorry about that. So I did a research and found out that most youth make their homemade remedies for their own skin using honey, lemon juice, baking soda and natural oils like avocado oil, peanut oil and sunflower oil. So having an idea that the youth spend too much on different skin products and spend so much, we can design our own skincare products that have the ingredients they use at home, but then also include dermatologically tested substances like tocopherols, antioxidants and neutralizers. So I would like you to help me and give me advice on what to do in creating the skin products.
What I would advise is, because I can see it's in ink and a book, is to go onto a computer and type out your idea. So there are other aspects that you need to look into. Where are you going to market this product? Secondly, how are you going to get this product developed? So I would advise you, as I said, to start with a business plan. Look as to, you guys have access to the internet. Now go and look what a business plan wants, but do not go into too much detail. Look at the titles of the business plan. What are the most important parts of the business plan? And try to give more information about your idea.
We've come to the end of a jam-packed 48 hours, but we'd like to do something that makes life just a wee bit better for Nqobile.
I will be presenting to you what Dr. Claudia Mulwabi has offered, and it's a number of products that are in this gift pack. There are about 4 of them. She has indicated as to what their use is, but there's another thing in addition that Dr. Claudia Mulwabi Dermatology Practice would like to offer you. It's what we call an intermittent learnership.
Wow.
And that will stretch over a period of the whole of 2020.
At least there's something I'm going to do now. So Mr. Mulwabi and Dr. Claudia Mulwabi gave me a chance for an intermittent learnership. I felt so excited. So I am very excited because I'm going to learn from answering the phone to a more complex, like the career, how it is and how they operate. So she even gave me skin products that are suitable for my skin according to her research and how my skin looks. So I am very thankful and excited to be with them. I've come to the end of my 48 hours journey, and definitely dermatology is still the career that I'm looking forward to doing. I am going to start my own practice, and I'm going to have even more practices as I go along. A very big thank you to Dr. and Mr. Mulwabi for mentoring me and giving me advice on how to start a business and what I should do to start my own business and open my own practice. And a very, very, very great thank you to 48 Hours for giving me this opportunity.
If you want to be part of the 48-hour experience, contact us on our social media page. If you're interested in more careers, go to our YouTube page and get inspired.